I've managed over 5,000 tenants in my Chicago real estate career, and some of them had collections issues, and some of them were actually really good people. Not all of them stopped paying intentionally. Not all of them bought a car overpaying me June's rent. And many of them had just rough patches in their life. Some of them went through divorce and they weren't the breadwinner, or some of them had a family member deceased that maybe was the breadwinner. Some of them lost jobs that they worked at forever and aren't even sure how to get back out there or struggling to get back out there. And in those scenarios, Cash for Keys was ultimately a lifeline for them. And me giving them a couple $1,000s to keep going, even though they owed me a handful of $1,000s, I was helping them move forward, and at the same time, I was getting what I needed, which was my unit back, so I could put someone in there that was gonna pay. And Cash for Keys can help a tenant in getting a fresh start somewhere else, or it can help them kind of start saving. Maybe they're gonna go live with family, but now they have a couple $1,000s that they got paid Cash for Keys that they can at least start that savings fund with. But at the same time, Cash for Keys used at the appropriate times in the process, maybe before you go file for eviction, can really help a tenant as well too. So when you file for eviction, you put a 7-year mark on the tenant's public records, and that will not help them at all in anything in trying to find more housing. So keep that in mind. Before you go to file for eviction, you're going to set them up for trouble in trying to find a place to move out of your place. So if you gave them a couple $1,000s and they moved out before you filed for eviction, then that could possibly prevent their public record from being really damaged. So that, along with helping get a head start, and then at the same time avoiding the embarrassment that they might have to go through. Now, again, there's probably a lot of people out there right now saying, screw that, Mark, they owed me money, they should have paid, I paid my debts. But we're not all in the same circumstances. You're owning that property because of a different set of circumstances than the tenant that was living there. And who's to say what's right, what's wrong, but at the same time, you have a business to run. And at the end of the day, if they're wrong, if they're right as a tenant, it doesn't matter. Your goal is to keep your business on track, keep your cash flow coming in. And if you have to offer a couple $1,000s to the tenant to move out for Cash for Keys, then that might be your best interest. And at the same time, you might actually be helping them achieve what they need to achieve to rebuild their life. So Cash for Keys not all bad. Cash for Keys can help a tenant. And keep in mind, you're running a business, and sometimes you gotta make business decisions, and Cash for Keys might be one of them.